Hello, welcome to my new video. It's a different location today. I'm actually filming in Riverdale and I'm here to find Archie. You guys, this is so much fun. I am a huge Riverdale fan and I thought for today I would dress up as Veronica Lodge. So I'm just going to sip on my scotch and wear my fur. What do you guys think? So I'm trying to get the smile down. What do you think? Not bad, right? So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how I transformed into the infamous, the beautiful Veronica Lodge. So, like I said, Riverdale is one of my favorite shows, and Veronica Lodge is hands down one of my all-time favorite TV characters of all time. And for me, I feel she is a cross between Catherine from Cruel Intentions and Blair Waldorf from Gossip Girl. That's really what I see her as, and I just love her glamour. I love how she never changed from the Upper East Side New Yorker, you know, moving to the small town of Riverdale. She still wears her glam. She still has her necklaces and her furs and everything. I love it how she didn't lose her original style. And I really wanted to embrace her posh glam side. So other than loving Veronica Lodge in Riverdale, actually the show itself is one of my favorite TV shows. When I first watched it, I thought it was really goofy. I thought it was kind of like a spoof TV show, you know, sort of like how Scary Movie is for, say, Scream, stuff like that, but it still had its own twist. And the more that I watched it, the more I fell in love with it in its own right, as its own show. Some of my other favorite characters are Jughead. Jughead is one of my all-time favorites, so you can imagine how much I loved it when Veronica and Jughead had that kiss. Remember that one? I loved that episode. Loved it. You maybe saw me having a little play around with this in some of my photos. So I actually went into my local comic book store a little while ago and I said, do you have any of the original Riverdale comic books or any of the Betty and Veronica? It was actually one of the Betty and Veronica comic books that I really wanted, and the guy at the store actually said that he buys them all out as soon as they come in. Kind of mean. Like, what about all the other fans out there, guys? Come on, give us a break. So if you guys want to pick one up, you can probably get them at your local Forbidden Planet or any local like comic book store. You can always ask, and they are really good fun. They have lots of gorgeous artwork in them, and they're just really good fun to read. I absolutely love it. So I actually found this necklace. This was something that I had from a long time ago. This is actually from Swarovski. I picked this up when we were in London and I thought this was perfect for Veronica. And then I have my little fur scarf as well, you know, to keep me warm in Riverdale. So coming up next is actually a video tutorial of how I transformed myself into Veronica Lodge. Her makeup look isn't entirely different to mine, sort of very minimal eye makeup look. So this is like what I would go for a simple eye day. Of course, I have done the infamous Veronica Lodge eyebrow, and I'm not hating it. I'm really not. I actually quite like it. I especially love the raised brow. I feel very powerful with these eyebrows. And I've gone for little diamonds in my ears as well. I've gone for lots of pink blush because she actually has this gorgeous, youthful, like rosy glow to the skin. And I haven't done much highlight and contour. I've only done a half wing because I feel like that's something that she does quite a lot. And I've actually erased out a lot of my lips to give me like the Veronica, you know, like thinner lip that she has. And I've taken away my Cupid's bow as well. So I haven't had to do too much, but I absolutely love the turnout. don't you guys? So keep watching and you will see my tutorial, and I will see you guys at Pups for a milkshake if you're lucky. So here we are starting fresh faced, no makeup. So let's turn me into Veronica Lodge. So I'm just starting with some primer, nice and simple, and then I'm just going to start concealing my face and cutting out my eyes because of course I need to make space for those famous brows. So I'm just making sure I have a perfect base, and I'm going in with my foundation and just making sure I have that gorgeous porcelain flawless skin. And then I'm just setting all that with some Laura Mercier powder and priming my lips with it as well. And speaking of lips, it actually took me, I think, 3 layers of concealer to cut out my lips, hide my cupid's bow, and narrow my bottom lip as well. So this was my first attempt. I think that was the weirdest part about this video, was making my lips smaller. I'm so used to overlining my lips and pouting everything I can to make sure that my lips look bigger than they are, and this video was the opposite, so it was kind of strange. So this is me cutting out my brow, just making sure I have that perfect stencil ready for me to go and fill them in. And I'm just using NARS concealer in the shade Custard and a Real Techniques brush to cut it out. So I'm using Cabral by Benefit. Let's get those brows on. This was the weirdest thing. I knew it was wrong to go this close in together with my brows. It felt so strange, like my hand was telling me no, but I had to keep going. I felt like as soon as I had the brows on, I felt then that I would be Veronica, or Veronica would be me. We would be one. And then I'm just using an eyebrow brush. This one's from Eco Tools. I love blending in the little brow hairs and the Cabral product just to make it nice and sort of like a shading effect. Yeah, look, there I am. I'm feeling fly. I feel the Veronica now. And all the photos that I looked at of Veronica's makeup, she just had a very simple like eye makeup look, so I decided to do something that isn't totally undifferent to what I normally do in my own makeup routine. And I just wanted to create a shape, just contour the eyelid a little bit, just with a little bit of bronzer, just create a nice shading. And I really took it further into the corner of the eye as well to really make the eyebrows look even deeper, you know, close set and closer together. You don't realize it, but a lot of Riverdale is actually filmed very dark, you know, like it's always nighttime or inside, and a lot of the production photos are really dark as well. So finding a really good makeup shot of Veronica was quite hard. A lot of it I did from memory, actually. I wasn't actually looking at a photo at the time. I just had this idea in my head and I knew what to do. So the contouring of the face was fairly similar. I did want my nose to be a lot narrower, so the nose contour was pretty heavy. But I still wanted to create that gorgeous little high cheekbone that she had, so I did still go in ahead and contour my cheekbones just to give me that shape. But I wanted the primary focus of the face to be the blush. So I tried to be as light as I could when creating the shape. And I wanted to cut my forehead a little as well, so obviously I needed that jawline. The dress, this dress is from Boohoo, and it's a little mini dress. It's nice and slinky, it's bodycon. I thought this was the perfect dress to wear for Veronica. And then I'm cutting that out with some more Laura Mercier translucent powder, just to give me that chiseled jawline and high cheekbones. The powder was really sticking to my dress though, so I had to be so careful. Every time I used the powder, it went all over me. And then for blusher, I am using the Charlotte Tilbury Chic to Cheek blush in Love is the Drug. It's this gorgeous pink that was absolutely perfect for the Veronica Lodge vibe. And I did take it a little higher, so I'm taking it just like nearly under my eye to give me that rosy glow that she has. And I doubled up on it too. That's been extra. And then I put a little bit on the forehead as well, just because I love the color to be continuous throughout the face. I don't really like blusher just to be like a dot on the cheeks. I love it to have this follow through color. Just adding some moisture back in with some setting spray just before I highlight it. I didn't want to go overboard with highlight because it's not what the Veronica Lodge look is about. I just wanted enough to make my skin glowing. So I was very light-handed with the highlight. And then the lips too. I didn't want to make them look any bigger. And then I just went in and blended that over a little bit again. Anytime I do highlight, I love to go over with either bronzer or brusher so I don't have that white stripe of highlight. And then I'm going in with the Urban Decay Perversion eyeliner, and I just really want to do this really simple, really classic, feminine feline flick on the eye. Try and say that again really fast, you guys. I'm only taking it from halfway across the lid just to make it slightly more cat eye like Veronica. And then I'm just going in with some dark brown eyeliner in the corners of the eye. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my highbrow from Benefit Cosmetics, and I've lined the underbrow, but I'm also going to use it to line my waterline just to really open up my eyes a little bit and make them look that little bit bigger. And then just adding some lashes, really paying attention to the outer corners to make that feline flick pop even more. And I'm using the full fat lashes from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm almost out of this. I need to buy more. So lining the lips, here we go. So I'm lining on top of my lips and just slightly above where that concealer ended because I want to make them as slim as I can. And I'm still trying to conceal that Cupid's bow, so I'm drawing over mine to take away that dip. And then one final cut of the concealer. I noticed that the concealer was a lot easier to work with on top of the translucent powder. It gave me far more coverage. So if you guys are wanting to cut out your lips, do it again after you've set the face. You'll just get that little bit of extra coverage. And then the perfect lipstick shade I thought for Veronica was Craving by MAC Cosmetics. It's that perfect raspberry pinky red that I thought was it just really shouted out Veronica to me. I know sometimes she wears like a deeper, like more vampy red, but I also thought this one was perfect as well. And then a final spray for myself. Look. I love the way this turned out. I felt so cool. I FaceTimed everyone in my family that I knew watched Riverdale. And I was like, can you guess who I am? Can you guess who I am? It was just so fun. I couldn't stop doing that smile. My face almost got stuck that way. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video.